Hey guys, I'm Allison. I'm the Pampered Wife. I have my favorites of 2021 today, just the makeup favorites. We are in the thick of it now. It is right around Christmas, so I hope you guys are staying sane. If you're new to my channel, welcome. I'm 48 years old, have dry, sensitive skin, and am always trying new conscious beauty, makeup, and skincare. I'd love to have you subscribe. Please give this video a thumbs up, comment. I'd love to hear from you, especially if you've tried any of these products. Let me know what you think of them. So I'm gonna go ahead and jump in. I do have footage of me applying the makeup. I have all the favorites on today. Actually, I have some other favorites that I couldn't put on my face, but I'll talk about them too. So of course we will start with sunscreen because that is not just skincare. And the sunscreen that has just blown me away this year is the Josie Maran Argan Daily Moisturizer SPF 47 Protect and Perfect. It's a tinted sunscreen, all mineral, does have argan oil in it, feels moisturizing, spreads out super easy. It looks really dewy and shiny at first, but it does dry down to a beautiful skin-like finish. The tint somehow is, I feel like, pretty perfect for my skin. It looks light on my hand, but then when I put it on, I feel like maybe it's gonna be too dark, but as I spread it around, it just melds with my skin beautifully. It's super comfortable, it's not tacky or sticky, wears great under makeup. It does have a scent, it's light, really mild scent, maybe a little sweet, but not like that disgusting sugary saccharine sweet that I feel like a lot of products have. It does, like I said, dry down. It's like the perfect amount of dry time. It dries down quickly enough that I don't have to wait to apply my makeup, but it's not so fast that I have to work quickly. But I love the fact that it's mineral, broad spectrum, and that it's an SPF of 47, and the scent does not bother me. I am super reactive to scents, and this does not bother me in the least. The packaging is a glass bottle. It has a cap and is a pump top. I really like it. We'll see how when I get closer to the bottom how I like this kind of packaging, but for now I do. It's really easy to dispense. I feel like it's just the perfect everyday wear. It does have some tint. It does provide just a little bit of coverage that results in skin blurring. It's nothing like a foundation. I wouldn't even say it doesn't even pretend to be that, but it's just comfortable and really great for everyday use. It does only come in the one shade. There's also untinted, which I have not tried because I'm guessing there must be some kind of white cast to it or they wouldn't make a tinted version. Let us know in the comments down below if you have fairer skin than I do or deeper skin tone than I do, whether or not this works for you if you've tried it. I mentioned I do have dry skin. I don't know how well this would work for oily skin. I don't find it the least bit oily, so let us know in the comments section your experience. Next, I've gone in with eyes because I just find using eyeshadow next makes the most sense. So if there is fallout or something, then I can clean it up afterwards and not ruin my foundation or concealer. So this won't surprise you if you saw one of my very recent videos, which I will link below. It is the Rituel de Fille Ashen Ember eye soots. I think these are beautiful. My video is, I call it a love fest to Rituel de Fille, and I think that is what it is. Well, before we even comment on the eyeshadow, look how nice my skin looks when I'm applying the eyeshadow just from the Josie Maran sunscreen. I think it really does perfect my skin some. My skin was especially reactive today because I was kissing my dog and I'm allergic to him, but I don't care because the reward is worth the price. Anyway, these Rituel de Fille eyeshadows, you're not supposed to wear a concealer or any kind of eye primer underneath to keep them from creasing. I'll link the video where I talk on and on about them. But basically, I think they're beautiful. They just have such dynamic shades and shimmers, and they wear beautifully. You can pack them on for a punch or sheer them out more. I've gone in with 3 shades today. I've used my fingers, and then at the end I use a brush. I just think they're so versatile. You can also use them on your lips or your cheeks, which could be cool if you're going for a more editorial look, which I'm not. But you might be. I also used it as an eyeliner. I'm still figuring that out. I wonder if I should maybe dip my eyelining pencil in an oil and then dip it in the shadow and then put it on. That might work better than using water. You don't want to introduce water to these products, or I wouldn't, because water is what introduces bacteria. So anyway, I'm working on the eyeliner thing. I just think it's such a beautiful everyday look. It's not too glam or obnoxious, but yet I feel glamorous and special when I wear them because they're just so unique and special. Next, that requires a mention of the Westman Atelier eyeshadow 2 brush. I only have one Westman Atelier brush. It's this brush. It just does something special. It blends out cream shadows, and these Rituel de Fille shadows are a cream powder hybrid, but the Westman Atelier brush just blends out in such a beautiful way. It's super soft. It's all synthetic, handmade in Japan, but it just is special. I don't know how else to explain it. It's like super dense, but then the tip is more sparse. So it just works beautifully. I really can see myself buying more of these. They are expensive, so I only wanted to start with one. I find that when I use it, it really blends in a way that no other synthetic haired, bristled brush that I have does. Also, it does feel luxurious. Gucci Westman just does like an amazing job with her packaging. The bottom is shiny. I think it's probably wood. You have some plastic here that's matte, and then the white bristles. It just looks pretty, sleek, modern, sophisticated, feels nice in the hand because of the thickness, and you can tell I've been won over. For concealers, I have 2 products. The first one, let me grab it here, is this Jane Iredale Enlighten Plus Under Eye Concealer SPF 30. I love it. It has a pink tint to it. It is plastic. I don't love the packaging. It's a squeeze top. It has that nice shape that would feel nice to put on your under eyes. It would be cooling, but it disperses too much typically for me to do that. I'm just gonna squeeze a teeny bit out. I don't know how much SPF protection I get from it because I don't use all that much, but here you can see it on the back of my hand, and it has some pink to it or some peach to it, like I said, which really cancels out any darkness under the eye. I just tap it out, or I use a under eye concealer brush that I like to use and spread it out some. It just does a beautiful job concealing. It wears great. I don't need to powder it. It's not too emollient. It doesn't really collect in my fine lines underneath my eye. And I love the SPF protection. I love the cancellation of color. I like how it feels. So I love everything about it. This is one that I will definitely be repurchasing. I have the shade number 1, and it took me completely by surprise. I bought it on a whim. I think it's great. If I were only gonna stick with 1 or 2 concealers, it'd be this one and the next one that I'm going to talk about. Oh, this does come in multiple shades. I'll link everything I'm talking about in the description box below, so you can also click on it yourself and look more into it, like ingredients or shade ranges and things like that. The concealer I use today is the Alima Pure Concealer. It's a powder concealer, mineral powder, and I have the shade Tan, which would seem too dark, but it actually does a great job of the way my face is shaped. I feel like I don't want to use a much lighter shade under my eyes. I am stunned by this. It is a teeny little thing, comes in plastic packaging like the rest of Alima Pure, a plastic, I don't know what to call it, a plastic thing that opens and you dump it into the top. You need a very little amount. I mean, I've had this for a while. I actually did a whole video on Alima Pure because I was so surprised by how wonderful the products were, and I will link that below. Anyway, I just use a little bit of this, tap it under my eyes. It doesn't collect, it smooths under my eyes. Somehow it really, I don't know if it brightens, but it definitely conceals, making my under eyes look smoother and just younger, firmer, better. I think it's absolutely amazing. I can use a fluffy brush or a dense brush with it. I'm just amazed at how good it is for mature skin, how it blurs under my eye, and it does come in 6 shades. The makeup that blew me away is the Alima Pure Satin Matte Foundation. I have the shade Cool 4. Same kind of packaging with the sifting lock system. Pour it into the top, take your brush. I like to use a densely packed, short-haired, flat brush. This one just happens to be very inexpensive from Real Techniques. I like a lot of their brushes actually, but anyway, you can see what a flawless, beautiful finish this gives. It comes in 45 shades, which is, I think, great, phenomenal. It's all mineral tinted mineral products. It's zinc oxide, titanium dioxide, and iron oxides. That's it. And I think it also has mica. You can see the beautiful finish. It's not matte, very skin-like, leaves a nice sheen, satin. It has nice coverage. I would say it's medium coverage. I've never tried to build it up to full, but I've never found it looks cakey, and you know I have it on top of that sunscreen. It's just gorgeous. I cannot believe how well it works for mature skin. It doesn't settle. It works great with powder products on top of it or cream products. You'll see I apply cream products on top of it. The other foundation that I'm loving, and again, I will attach my video below, is the Rituel de Fille Ethereal Veil, I believe it's called. I have the shade Series. I think that's how you pronounce it. I think a lot of it has to do with the shade is such a perfect match for me. You don't even really see it on my skin. It's rubbing in some. What I really like about this is, number one, the shade match. Number two, you can really build it up. I can use it as a concealer under my eyes, and you'll see in the video that I've attached below from my Rituel de Fille Fiesta that you can take it from light medium coverage all the way to full, which surprised me. It wears beautifully. It looks natural. It was a toss-up for me between this and the Westman Atelier. It might be a shade thing that I prefer this one, but this right now is my runner-up. It's the honorable mention, whereas with my under-eye concealers, they were really both winners. As far as contour, there is only one winner. It is the Westman Atelier Contour Stick in the shade Biscuit. It comes in 2 shades. Of course, it has the gorgeous packaging, on point for her brand, the magnetic top, no scent, really emollient, goes on super easy. You can use fingers or a brush to blend it in. Just like all her products, it's almost impossible to mess up. It blends in seamlessly. I should try, maybe I'll do this for a video or just play time. Try to put on her products and see if I can make them look ridiculous, because I've never found that I put too much on and look silly. Like, all her products just blend in. It's almost like they apply themselves. Like I said, emollient, super comfortable, not sticky. I mean, my hair doesn't stick to it. It's not sticky at all. I didn't even notice it on my face. It's no more sticky than the rest of my face, to be honest. I just think it's so effortless. And when it comes to contour, I'm not a makeup artist. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm trying. I know you want to put the contour where you have shadows. That's what I do. I don't know. You let me know what you think, how it looks, but this is truly, I think, really good and easy for beginners. There was no runner-up or honorable mention for this category. The order of these products may seem silly to you, but this is how I put them on my face today. So next we're going in with brow gel. I am loving the Fit Glow Beauty Brow Gel. It's their like planned something or other brow gel. I have the shade Clear. It is a small wand. I like the size and shape of the wand. It's not quite waxy, but it's not serum-y. It's thicker, and I really like that I can tell where I've put it. It has a nice hold. It holds to me much better than the Kosas brow gel. This holds really nicely, but is comfortable. It's not hairspray or crunchy. And like all Fit Glow products, it has some skincare benefits. So it's supposed to help your brows be nourished and moisturized and probably fill in and grow. They do have a lash serum and brow serum. That's a separate thing, but this does have skincare ingredients. It's super comfortable. I've just loved it. I am curious to know if the formula is any different with a colored brow gel from them, which I will eventually get. I just have made the commitment to work through products that I have before buying more, or mostly made the commitment. I feel like this looks great. I didn't even use a brow product today underneath it to color in or shade. This does fill the brows some. It like plumps them some, I feel like. Wears really well, and I've just been really impressed with it. Then I go in with some blush. We have the Merit Cream Blush. They call it Cheek Color, and this is the shade Cheeky. Okay, packaging. It's so cute and chunky. I love anything round and chunky. I can't help it. It's not the most convenient to store maybe, but it's super cute and it's fun and it's different and I appreciate that. I do wish it were refillable and weren't plastic. And I'm not sure that the top is recyclable, or looking at it that the bottom is recyclable. Well, that's a problem. But there's no scent. I love this shade, Cheeky. I just think it's a gorgeous shade. It's a cool pink. It glides on easily, nicely, smoothly. When I first tried this, I was not really impressed, but the more I've used it, I realized, you know, it is impressive. It's super inexpensive, comparatively speaking, in the conscious beauty space, and it's so comfortable. It's a true multi-use product. I love that it's transparent, so I can really build it up, but no matter how much I put on, I typically don't look like a clown. It feels really nice on my lips. It's just a pretty shade and a nice finish and comfortable, and you can tap it out with your fingers or use a brush. So that's my cream blush that I find I really do reach for quite a bit. I was surprised when I was collecting my stuff for this video that it ended up being this product, but it is. So we're going in next with bronzer, and it's another Alima Pure product. It's their bronzer. They have 3 shades. Oh, I forgot to mention the Merit Beauty, there are 5 shades. Oh, and of the Fit Glow Brow Serum, there are 4 shades plus a clear. Anyway, back to the bronzer, the Alima Pure bronzer. I have the shade Mauna Loa, and they have 3 shades, I believe. Yes. Again, it's pure mineral. It's really, well, it's the formula and the shade. I was going to say it's really the shade that I love, but it's the formula and the shade. I can wear this all year round. In the summer, I might want to amp it up some, and I'll just use more than one, I guess. Especially like right now, it just warms my whole face, and yet looks natural. I feel like it doesn't stand out. It's not like, oh, she clearly bronzed. Like, I feel like it looks natural. And unlike a lot of other powder products that are bronze, it doesn't stamp on my face and then I need to work at spreading it out. I can just spread it around, and even if I have on a liquid foundation, it doesn't stick. Like, it's just so easy to work with. I also kind of use it as a setting powder on the outer parts of my face. If I have cream products on, I'll just do that, and it just warms up the outer part of my face and still looks pretty natural, or I think natural. I think it looks good. And I just find that I'm reaching for this all the time. Let me try to swatch it for you. And just like the other Alima Pure products, like, honestly, you use so little, they last forever. I got a pretty wimpy swatch there, but there it is. It's just slightly deeper than my skin tone, and I just love it. Next, I went in with the PYT blush in the shade Exhale. This is one that I just tend to use every day, like as a setting powder. It really has this great formula that blurs everything. I wish they did have a setting powder, and I have another one of their blushes. I don't know that it's the same formula or not because it's a much deeper shade, and so I only put it very strategically, so I can't tell if it's the same formula and has the same blurring effects, but it's just this dusty rose, cool toned rose. Whoop. They have 3 shades. Here it is on the back of my hand, right here. It is powdery. I love it. I just love it. It brightens up wherever I put it, blurs the skin. They did change the packaging, I should tell you, for more eco-friendly packaging. I think that's the only change, and I don't know, I find myself reaching for this every day, like I said, just for that blurring effect. Highlighters, this was hard for me. I like all my highlighters. But I did choose the Westman Atelier highlighter. This is their lit up highlight stick in the shade Nectar. And I'm gonna swatch it for you because I'm surprised when I put it on my hand that it really does look, I don't know if you can see, sort of peachy. Okay, well, it's not really showing up right now, but on my skin I feel like it just looks clear, and it has a beautiful glass-like finish. It is so emollient and smoothing and moisturizing. I love to put this on my lips. It's great under makeup as a primer. I usually just put it in certain spots where I'd want more illumination. There's no scent. Of course, there's the Westman Atelier beautiful packaging. I love that it has a gold top as opposed to the contour stick, which has a black top, so it's easy for me to tell them apart. I really appreciate that, but it's still on point for brands. for the brand in the sense of packaging and everything. Even though it's super emollient and gives this glass finish, it is not at all sticky or tacky. My hair doesn't stick to it. It doesn't last as long as a powder would last. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna go ahead and reapply it. I think you can see it better now. It's been a couple hours since I put the makeup on and now I'm filming this part, but it is beautiful. My runner-up was the RMS, and I'll just put it on the screen because I can't think of the name or the name of the shade, but I really wanted to have a powder to be the runner-up or the co-winner, and I just didn't have one. For lip pencils, I have quite a few from different brands. I always find myself going back to this Mineral Fusion lip pencil in the shade Elegant. It's just the shade. It's not the best lip pencil in the sense of necessarily super long wearing or the formulation is so unique. It's a nice formulation. It wears a nice amount of time. I just love the shade. It just works so well with every color I put on. And it's comfortable, it's creamy, and you can, blend it out some, but it just does a great job. I just love the shade. I haven't found one that I like as much of it in the clean beauty, as much as it in the clean beauty space. Like I said, I have a lot of lip liners. It's just the perfect nude shade of my lips, but better, and it makes my lips look a little more plump and a little more full without being that too dark lip liner look from the 90s. I'm just always going back to it. Then I go in with the Rituel de Fille Color Nectar in the shade Glasswing. I went ahead and put just in the apples of my cheeks and on my lips to deepen up the look, to give myself a more flushed look. And I'm gonna swatch this. It does have a lavender scent, super emollient. Feels beautiful to the touch. I love it. It's described as grape jelly, and I could see that. It has the teeniest sheen to it. It's translucent, so it's real easy to sheer out as well. I use my fingers to tap it out. You could use a brush. Wears beautifully. I just love the shade and I love the formula. Credo has these color nectars in 4 shades, although I believe there are more on the Rituel de Fille website. It's interesting because the first ingredient I believe is jojoba seed oil and then castor seed oil, but it's not oily or greasy. I do have dry skin, so keep that in mind. It's just super comfortable, dries down. I don't feel any residue of a product on my face, and I'm in love with these. My mascara pick for this year, I do not have on because I ran out. It's the Bite Beauty Upswing Full Volume Mascara. The packaging is really glam with this metallic gold. It's chunky in the hand. The wand itself is shaped a little differently, but still chunky. It's a thicker, wetter formula, but not too wet that I would get clumps on my lashes. I didn't have clumping. It really volumized. It really did lift my lashes. It wore beautifully. There would be a little dusting by the end of the day, but it's worn better than almost any other volumizing mascara. Yeah, that's my pick. I happen to prefer a volumizing mascara. For every day, my pick is the Merit Beauty mascara. It just wears beautifully. It really is like it's a very natural look. I wouldn't compare it to the Ilia mascara that lengthens or anything like that. It's just a more natural look, but it doesn't flake. It really defines the lashes, looks really nice, and wears incredibly well. So that would be my day-to-day pick, but my real favorite is the volumizing Bite Upswing Full Volume Mascara. All right, let's talk lips. I'm embarrassed to say, and I don't know why I'm embarrassed, but it's the St. Jane Luxury Lip Shine in Alchemy. It's described as a brandy rose with shimmer. It comes in 8 shades. It's everything that a luxury lip shine lip gloss should be. I mean, the packaging is pretty. It has this doe foot applicator. Well, wait, listen. It has a flat doe foot applicator that really fits on the lip nicely. It's super flexible and it just feels like ooey and gooey, but in a good way. Now I gotta put it all over. I didn't need more, but It just feels nourishing and comfortable and cushy, not sticky, but you feel like it's all been sealed in. It feels glamorous. You feel it on your lips. It's super high shine. It's everything I'm looking for, and I love it. As far as my other lip product that I would choose, it is the 100% pure matte lipstick. I happen to grab the shade Cassia because this is what I'm loving right now. It's a pinkish nude. I think it's beautiful. I love the 100% pure matte formulas. All of their products, or at least their lip products, they're all fruit pigmented, so they smell so good. The packaging is aluminum. They're all about sustainability, and it's just a comfortable formula. It doesn't dry out my lips like just about every other lipstick does, especially matte lipsticks. So it's comfortable, it's opaque. I use it on my cheeks sometimes. I think it's really pretty. You can blend it out. It does stain the lip. It's a good price point. I should check that before I say that. I don't know why we don't hear more about them. They're super comfortable, a bunch of different shades. I love them. That wraps up my makeup picks for Conscious Beauty favorites for 2021. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what you think of all these products. Any questions, suggestions, what you think is better maybe, what your favorites are. Happy holidays, and in the meantime, I hope you find some time to pamper yourself today. Bye.